And we begin tonight with that breaking news. Former President Donald Trump, injured by gunfire in an apparent assassination attempt, rushed off the stage with blood on his head as shots rang out at a rally in Pennsylvania. Tonight, we do know the former president is safe. He says a bullet pierced his upper ear. Secret Service confirms 2 people were killed at that rally, the suspected shooter and a spectator. Also tonight, we're hearing from a Hoosier who was sitting just yards away from the gunfire. But we'll begin our coverage with Alice Barr and the latest on the investigation from Pennsylvania.
Former President Trump is safe tonight after a horrifying moment, an apparent assassination attempt at his rally in Butler County, Pennsylvania. The former president writing on Truth Social that he was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of his right ear.
It just went pop, 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 pop. And then as I was staring straight ahead, I looked across and I didn't see anything. So I looked back at President Trump, and that's when he went down.
The U.S. Secret Service says it neutralized the shooter, who is now dead. 1 spectator was killed, 2 others critically injured. The Secret Service saying the shooter fired several shots from an elevated position outside the secured rally venue. The former president had just started speaking shortly after 6 when loud pops rang out. He reached for his ear and dropped to the platform behind the podium as Secret Service agents rushed the stage and surrounded him. Blood could be seen on his right ear running down his cheek toward his mouth, and he pumped his fist to the crowd as he was hustled to a waiting SUV. Former President Trump thanking law enforcement and offering condolences to the person who was killed and those injured. President Biden addressing the nation.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this.
As lawmakers and Americans from both sides of the aisle sent prayers for healing and for peace. In Milwaukee, Alice Barr, NBC News.
When the shots rang out at that rally, a Hoosier was sitting in the front row. Kip Tom is the former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations Agencies for Food and Agriculture. He owns a farm here in Indiana. Well, today in Pennsylvania, Tom was just yards away from the former president. He is okay, and he talked with NBC's Lester Holt tonight about what he witnessed.
I was sitting in the front row at the end of the runway, but all of a sudden these shots broke out, and I think there was people that actually thought it was possibly fireworks, but I seen the gun smoke, and obviously there was a person about 15 foot behind me that was hit. So I think severely wounded at least. We heard everybody say get down, but I think he was already going down. That's when everybody thought at first maybe he had been hit more severely than he was. And he got up, he put his fist up in the air or his hand up in the air, so we knew he was okay. I was recalling the Kennedy assassinations and some of the other attempts that were made during my lifetime, and I was recalling those and thinking about those, and then moving forward to where we're at today, and we still have a problem with this, so it's shocking.
A Hoosier right near that gunfire.